Hey everyone, welcome back to the Thundertron podcast. So today I'm going to be discussing and giving you my thoughts on the recently leaked images of the upcoming Transformers Legacy United Wave 2 Leader Class G1 Universe Sandstorm. Now before we get into my thoughts and all the information that we have on this figure, please leave your thoughts on this figure in the comment section down below. Is it a pickup or a pass? As for the usual basic information, since this figure is a Leader Class, it will be priced at $55, not including tax and shipping, and that price could vary a dollar or two depending on the retail you buy it from, so it could be a dollar or two more or a dollar or two less. As for the release date, there is no officially confirmed release date from Hasbro right now, but just judging on the previous figures that have been leaked from Legacy United Wave 2 already, most of those figures have had a month release date of April with no specific time or day attached, and since Sandstorm is also part of Legacy United Wave 2, we can assume it will come out in April as well. If that date is correct, we'll really just have to wait and see if Hasbro changes that release date once they actually post up the entire wave for pre-order and purchase. So now taking a look at the figure's packaging, I do like how they were able to show all three modes of Sandstorm at the front of the box. They also do have the typical massive Legacy United logo or text at the bottom of the box, with Transformers going down the side of the box as well. I also do like the big text of 3 in 1 because there is 3 modes in one figure. It's very nostalgic to me, definitely reminds me of those older Transformer boxes from several years ago. And now taking a look at the back of the box, we do have the 40th anniversary Transformers logo with 3 in 1 again at the back of the box as well, and 3 product shots of all 3 modes of Sandstorm, and of course there are steps. So transforming his robot mode to his Doom Buggy mode is 19 steps, and transforming his Doom Buggy mode to his helicopter mode is 32 steps. So now taking a look at the remote and starting off with the cons or the problems that I have with this remote, because I just want to get them out of the way and get to the many things I do like about this figure. But my number one problem is I think the kibble management and distribution across the entire figure. I've heard a lot of people complain that they pretty much put all the kibble and the pieces from the other 2 modes of Sandstorm in one area on the back of the figure, and they didn't spread it out. Most of us in the Transformers community don't like kibble, myself included, but when they have to have panels and pieces from the other modes, however many they are on the figure, it's better if you actually spread it across the figure and not just put it in one area, kind of like how they did with this figure. They pretty much left the legs with nothing. They're very empty and hollow and small, but the back of the figure is huge and massive. There's tons of panels and pieces, which doesn't look very good in my opinion, but that's really my only major complaint with the figure. As far as the things I do like, I know a lot of people didn't like the battle mask Hasbro gave to this figure. I actually do quite like it. I wasn't expecting them to give him a battle mask, but I actually think it really works for this character. I also do like the bright orange, silver, and glossy black deco. As for the accessories, I really can't comment on those yet because a lot of the images of this figure have different accessories, so we're not really sure the total sum of all the accessories. We'll really have to wait until the official reveal to actually get a good idea of what is included with this figure. So now taking a look at the first of 2 alt modes of Sandstorm, I have to say this might be my favorite of all 3 modes a part of this Sandstorm figure, but getting into the helicopter, I do like the massive blade at the top, which I'm most likely assuming it will spin. We're not really sure right now, but I do like the bright orange deco or color scheme for the entire helicopter with a really nice glossy black and silver paint apps as well. I do like the huge basket that kind of dangles underneath the helicopter. I'm assuming most likely that can separate from the figure, so if you don't like that attached onto the helicopter, you can remove it. I'm unaware of the actual material they chose to actually use for the entire string or line that is attached to the basket to the figure. Maybe it's an actual kind of chain or wire, or it could be kind of a string sort of cloth type material. We'll really just have to wait and find out. One really cool feature that I do hope is a part of this accessory is maybe you can extend the basket, like make it go down further, or maybe you can retract it and actually make it short. I think that'd be a really cool feature if there was like a crank so you could lower it and actually raise it. But overall, I think it's an amazing looking helicopter. Let's move on to the final alt mode. So now taking a look at Sandstorm's final alt mode, that being his Dune Buggy alt mode. getting into the details, I do quite like the orange, glossy black, and silver deco, and I do like how they found a specific place to put the entire cage or basket from the helicopter in this mode, just in case you don't want to display the figure in the helicopter mode. You can of course transform into this one and have it kind of kept or tucked away so you don't have to see it all the time. It also appears you can display or store one of his blasters. Again, we're not sure of the entire list or array of accessories because quite a few of the pictures have different accessories, so we don't see the same accessory once or twice. So it seems like this figure might come with quite a few weapons and accessories and pieces. So we'll really have to wait and see into the official reveal to have a good idea of what all is included with this figure. I do like how the back wheels are actually super chunky and big, and it does appear all the wheels are pinned, which is a really good sign. Of course, this is a later class, so I really would have that expectation even if these images were not already leaked. And appears the front wheels are a bit smaller, which is a very common classic trait of a dune buggy vehicle, but I'm pretty sure the design is the same from the front to the back. That being said, some of the complaints from the room mode kind of carry over to this mode, where there's some areas that look a bit thin and not very thick or kind of compact and well put together. Like the back is super chunky and the front is actually too thin for my liking. So again, just kind of distribution of those panels and pieces really would have done a lot of good for this mode and the room mode. I really don't have any complaints as far as that for the helicopter, so that's why I said the helicopter might be my favorite of all three modes. But that's really all I have to say on this figure. I do hope you enjoyed this Thundertron podcast segment, and I will see you next time.